Hello, this is Paul from Play Magazine, and this is Life is Strange, which, as you're no doubt aware, is an episodic game series that's really surprised me in the second episode. First episode was good, and it's one that I recommended, but this one has ramped things up in a way that I didn't quite expect. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. Obviously, this is a game that's all about story, narrative, how your choices affect things, and I don't want to spoil any of that for you. What I will say is this is a really dark episode, and it deals with a very sensitive issue with a great degree of tact, actually, which is quite surprising given that this game's got this whole slightly hipstery indie high school kind of feel to it, which you wouldn't think would gel very well with dealing with a really sensitive and contentious issue. But it actually does that really well. It does it in a really effective way. It does it with a surprising amount of awareness about some of the difficulties that surround that issue and how it might affect people, how those people might be received, might be reacted to. Obviously, I'm trying not to spoil this for you, but you'll see it for yourself. It does it in a really skillful way. The aesthetics of the game continue to be brilliant as well. It's got a soundtrack that personally I wouldn't listen to in my free time, but it fits perfectly with the tone. They use it really well with the visuals and the pacing, the way the game's almost feels directed. It's really great. Can't praise it enough in that respect. I really like the fact as well that the game's got this really bright, colourful visual style, but it's always got this dark undercurrent underneath it all, this kind of melancholy that's there all the time, and the way it juxtaposes those two things together, like this overt brightness and like I said, the tone of the whole thing, slightly indie hipsterish thing, but also always this really dark edge. And I think it's really cool the way they've put those two things together. I think they've done it really well, and I think the story that they're telling is really interesting. The kind of things they're dealing with is really interesting. Playing Telltale games at the moment is intriguing as well after playing this, because there's a sense that maybe their formula's starting to wear a little thin. And while this game does many of the same things, it does feel fresh. It does feel different. Not that Telltale games are over yet, but there's a sense that we might have seen enough of the style of thing they do. This feels different, but very much for people who enjoyed those games. So very recommended if you've enjoyed Telltale's games. As I said, first episode was good. This one, much better, much more interesting. If it keeps going on this way, Life is Strange is going to be really good. It's going to be essential. If it already sounds like something that appeals to you, if you like those type of games, definitely jump in now. It's really interesting. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Appreciate a like and subscribe if you did. Thanks very much.